Welcome, dear one. Take a soft breath in through the nose and let it flow gently out through parted lips. As the air moves, feel your shoulders drop just a little and notice how the space around your heart begins to open. In this shared moment, you and I create a circle of kindness, a place where every thought is allowed to soften and every feeling is met with care. If tightness rests in the chest or worry flickers behind the eyes, simply allow those sensations to be here. They are not mistakes, they are messengers calling for love. Bring one hand to the center of your chest and sense the steady rhythm beneath. This rhythm is your life singing to you, steady and faithful. Tell yourself softly, with this breath, I choose peace. Let that sentence drift through the body as though carried on a gentle breeze. Stay with the breath for another cycle, noticing how the mind starts to quiet when invited to listen to the wisdom of the body. Perhaps the brow loosens, perhaps the stomach unknots. Whatever unfolds, say inwardly, it is safe for me to relax into my own presence. Feel how those words land. No need to force an immediate change. Simply notice the subtle shift, the slight warming in the chest that announces acceptance. You are meeting yourself with compassion, and that compassionate welcome is the first signal to life that you are ready to rise into something kinder, brighter, truer. Allow your eyes, open or closed, to soften their focus. Picture a cozy room inside the heart where a gentle candle burns. The flame does not struggle to shine. It lights the space by simply being what it is. In the same way, there is a quiet, steady light in you that never wavers, no matter how loud the world becomes. As you breathe, sense that steady glow and whisper, I am willing to discover the goodness inside me. Let the words be a promise, not a demand. Promises invite the nervous system to loosen. Demands cause it to brace. Feel how a promise of willingness lifts pressure from the mind. Listen to the subtle hum that lies beneath every thought, like the soft resonance of a cello string just touched. That hum is the body's way of saying, I am present and I am listening. When you feel it, agree by saying, yes, I hear you and I honor you. For many years you may have hurried past this conversation with the body, but now you pause to welcome it, and that alone is a precious healing. In this gentle bubble of stillness, notice any stories the mind tells. Perhaps they speak of past errors, future tasks, or fears of not being enough. Let them pass by like leaves on a slow-moving stream. Instead of arguing with them, meet each story with a new sentence. I open my heart to patience. Each time the story speaks, gently repeat the sentence, not as a battle cry, but as a lullaby. The story's volume gradually dims because acceptance dissolves resistance. Feel the weight of the hips against the chair, the soles touching the floor. These quiet sensations ground you in the present, where all change happens. Say gently, where my feet rest, life supports me. That sentence is more than words. It is a permission slip to trust the ground you walk on, both seen and unseen. As your breath grows steadier, give yourself one more affirmation. I treat myself with tenderness, and tenderness raises me higher. Speak it slowly so each syllable lands, like gentle rain on thirsty soil. Pause after the sentence and sense any warmth in the hands or a small lift in the heart. This warmth is evidence that your inner light responds to kind language. These simple moments, breath, hand on heart, a caring sentence, are the seeds of a new path. You have now stepped into the gentle doorway of a higher timeline, not through grand gestures, but by offering small daily kindnesses to yourself. Breathe once more, feel gratitude for this opening, and allow the next section to meet you in this softened, receptive state. The idea of a higher timeline may sound grand, yet it is woven from humble threads, thoughts, feelings, and daily choices. Think of life as a series of quiet crossroads. At each crossroad, a thought sets the direction, and that direction gathers emotion the way a river gathers rain. When thought and feeling merge, they form a current that carries the body along a particular stream of experience. Change the current, and the landscape you travel shifts. Much like turning the knob on a friendly old radio, you are choosing which station sings through your day. Each station exists right now, but the dial determines what you hear. You do not have to condemn the old station. Simply slide the dial and let the new sound fill the room. Consider a morning when the sky feels gray and tasks pile high. One thought whispers, "This day is too hard," and tension trickles into the neck. Another thought quietly offers, "This day invites me to grow," and the shoulders drop a fraction. Both thoughts are present, yet the one you water grows roots. The higher timeline is not an unreachable realm. It is the garden that blossoms when you water thoughts of kindness, gratitude, and possibility. Tell yourself, "I nourish the thoughts that nourish me." Let that line settle. Notice how it clarifies responsibility without blame. Responsibility is your empowerment. Blame is only a burden. You carry empowerment lightly, like a feather. You release blame as though setting down a heavy bag. Visualize, in simple terms, the path of a thought. A gentle word appears in the mind, perhaps ease. As the word lingers, a picture forms. You moving through your day with shoulders aligned, breath open, pace unrushed. As the picture settles, a feeling rises, peace, mild like warm sun on skin. The thought becomes image, the image becomes feeling, and the feeling calls matching experiences. This chain reaction is always happening. Bringing awareness to it lets you guide it. Affirm softly, "I guide my thoughts toward what uplifts me." Speaking in present tense signals to the mind that this guidance is active, not a distant wish. When you catch yourself watering a thought that lowers your energy, pause. Gently place a hand on the belly, feel the rise and fall of breath, and offer a new phrase. "I forgive myself for drifting. I choose again." Forgiveness resets the dial without scolding. The body relaxes when it knows it will not be judged for simple human drifting. In that relaxed state, the nervous system opens space for a new thought to take root. Offer the new thought as an affirmation. Every moment is a fresh doorway to possibility. Feel how the chest widens slightly, as if to let in more air. That widening is proof that the higher timeline starts inside your own ribcage, not in some far-off corner of the cosmos. The beauty of this process is its humble accessibility. You do not need perfect silence, special crystals, or lengthy rituals, though they may please you. All you need is willingness to notice the thought at a crossroad and choose the one that feels kinder. Over time, these small pivots collect like a string of pearls, and you look back to see how far the gentler current has carried you. Affirm, "Tiny choices uplift my life in beautiful ways." Let that affirmation be a soft hum through your day. Hum it while washing dishes, hum it while walking, hum it in line at the store. The repetition is a rhythmic reminder to keep the dial set to a station that sings of growth. Part of rising into that higher timeline is releasing urgency. Life is not urging you to sprint. Life invites you to stroll with awareness. Pressure narrows vision, ease widens it. So breathe, release the shoulders, and trust that each conscious breath is itself a minor miracle guiding you. When the old station plays fear's tune, simply say, "Thank you. but I am choosing a kinder song. Then let your body feel the relief of that choice. In time, relief becomes confidence, and confidence becomes joy. The journey unfolds in gentle increments, guided by your tender attention. To deepen this shift, set aside a quiet moment each morning. Sit by a window or a cozy lamp, place both hands on the heart, and speak 3 sentences. I welcome this day with curiosity. I nurture thoughts that nurture me. I am willing to be surprised by grace. After speaking, sit in silence for 2 minutes, letting the body soak in the energy of the words. Silence is not empty, it is filled with the echo of your intention. That echo rearranges inner patterns the way sunlight rearranges the colors inside a crystal. Let that rearrangement happen without forcing, and trust that every cell is listening. Thought is the painter, feeling is the palette, the body is the canvas. Picture a quiet studio where the painter stands before the canvas each dawn. One hue of thought touches the brush, one tone of feeling colors it. Stroke by stroke, the canvas changes. There is no final masterpiece to rush toward, only the ongoing art of living. When judgment surfaces, perhaps a voice saying the canvas looks messy, answer with respect. Thank you for sharing. I now choose to continue painting with kindness. This response honors the voice without giving it power. Each time you choose kindness, you step more firmly onto your preferred path. With every small, loving stroke of thought, you shift into the timeline where your joy flourishes. Thoughts and feelings share a quiet bridge inside you, connecting mind and body, and on that bridge, life carries information in both directions. A thought born in the mind might say, I feel tense, and muscles tighten. A feeling sensed in the belly might say, I need soothing, and the mind may answer by recalling a comforting memory. This two-way conversation is happening whether you notice it or not. Bringing conscious attention to it is like turning on soft lights along the bridge so travelers see the path clearly. Affirm now. My body and mind cooperate in harmony. Speak slowly, noticing the subtle warmth that spreads when body and mind feel respected as partners. Consider the simple act of standing in line. Perhaps the mind murmurs, "This is taking too long." The heart speeds a little, shoulders creep upward, breath shallows. The body has obeyed the thought's signal of impatience. Pause. Feel the soles touching the floor. Unlock the knees. Invite a fuller breath. Offer a new thought. I am supported in this moment. The breath deepens, heart calms, shoulders drop. The body obeys again, this time to a kinder command. Awareness of this bridge gives you the steering wheel. The steering wheel does not stop other drivers from honking, but it lets you guide your lane with grace. To strengthen the bridge, practice a body scan once a day. Sit comfortably, close the eyes if that feels safe, and bring attention to the crown of the head. Notice any sensations, warmth, coolness, tingling. Move slowly down the face, shoulders, chest, belly, hips, thighs, calves, and feet. At each area, name what you feel: softness, tension, pulsing. Do not label any sensation as wrong. Meet it like a curious friend. While scanning, repeat softly, "As I listen to my body listens to me." This mutual listening is the language of healing. When you reach the feet, take a slow breath in, telling the body, "Thank you for guiding me." Exhale and feel a gentle wave of ease rise from toes to head. This simple practice teaches the mind to acknowledge feelings instead of ignoring them, and teaches the body that its signals lead to care, not criticism. Thoughts influence emotions, and emotions influence physical health. If a single stressful idea passes through the mind and is left unchallenged, the body may flood with stress hormones meant for survival. Muscles tense, digestion slows, immune responses pause. Repeat this daily, and the body lives in chronic alert. Yet the opposite is also true. A thought like, I can handle this with ease, encourages hormones linked to calm and repair. Muscles soften, digestion flows, immune cells patrol smoothly. Over time, this calm environment becomes the body's default home. Speak gently now. Every kind thought I choose helps my body thrive. Let that line be a quiet bell ringing through the cells, calling them to balance. Feelings are the music carried on thought's words. A thought says, I am loved, and feeling brings a melody of warmth. A thought says, I am alone, and feeling brings a somber tune. Notice that even a neutral event, a phone ringing, can hold different emotional music depending on the thought that interprets it. One thought turns the ring into annoyance, another turns it into curiosity. By choosing thoughts consciously, you select the soundtrack of your life. Affirm, I compose uplifting music with my thoughts. Sense how that affirmation lights a small spark of delight inside. It is the mind rejoicing in creative freedom. Sometimes the bridge carries heavy traffic, thoughts rush, feelings slam, body tenses. In such moments, step aside into a resting alcove. Place one hand on the belly, one on the heart, and breathe slowly for 5 cycles. On each inhale, mentally say, I allow. On each exhale, mentally say, I release. These 2 words create a rhythmic lull that calms the nervous system. When calm returns, choose a fresh thought. I welcome peace. Feel the belly soften, shoulders release, jaw ease. The body answers thought with immediate shifts because body language is the first language it knows. Another supportive exercise involves gentle movement. Stand with feet hip-width apart, knees soft. Inhale and sweep arms outward to shoulder height, palms up. Exhale and bring palms together at the chest. While lifting, think, I open to new possibilities. While bringing palms to heart, think, I draw goodness into my life. Repeat this for 1 minute. As movement and thought mingle, feeling rises. Perhaps you sense openness in the chest or tingling in the fingertips. That sensation tells you the bridge is active. Thought and movement are cooperating to uplift feeling. Affirmations must be paired with honest feeling to spark transformation. Speaking I am safe while feeling unsafe can create inner conflict. Instead, speak, I am learning to feel safe, allowing the feeling to catch up gradually. Your nervous system appreciates honesty mixed with hope. Over time, the learning fades and safety feels natural. Then you can speak, I am safe, and the body nods in agreement. This gentle progression is how you rewire the bridge, one honest sentence at a time. Before sleep, place a journal by the bed. Write 3 thoughts you wish to send across the bridge into your dreams. Example, healing grows while I rest. My heart welcomes kindness. Tomorrow greets me with opportunity. As you lie down, place the journal over the heart and breathe slowly, letting the words sink beneath the surface of waking mind. During sleep, the body repairs itself. These kind thoughts become friendly instructions guiding that repair. Wake in the morning, notice how the body feels, and thank it for the night's work. Throughout the day, if you sense fatigue, pause and sip water slowly. With each sip, think, hydration refreshes every cell. Feel the cool liquid travel, affirming the connection between thought and body. This simple ritual turns a mundane act into conscious healing. The bridge between thought and feeling is always ready to carry light. All you need is willingness to choose words that lift, feelings that soothe, and actions that embody care. In this way, the mind, heart, and body step together onto the brighter path you are now weaving with each loving breath. When you begin to understand the quiet power of visualization, you start to see that everything you create begins first in your mind, not with force, not with pressure, but with the gentle energy of intention. Visualization is not about escaping this moment. It's about deepening into what's possible. It's not fantasy and it's not pretending. It is choosing to give your inner eye a direction, one that brings peace, joy, and alignment. Think of it as tending a sacred garden inside the heart. You plant seeds with your thoughts, you water them with your emotions, and you allow the light of awareness to help them grow. The key to visualization is not perfection, it's presence. Clarity doesn't mean having a flawless image. It means tuning into a feeling that matches what you want to live. Maybe the picture in your mind is simple, a moment of peace, a place that feels safe, or a sense of joyful connection. Allow the senses to quietly join in. How does the air feel in this space? What colors surround the moment? What expression lives on your face? And most importantly, what emotion begins to rise? Because that emotion is the fuel. Visualization works because your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between a memory and a vision deeply felt. So when you offer your body the felt experience of peace, or abundance, or worthiness, it responds as though those things are already here. Muscles release, breath opens, the nervous system relaxes, and when the body feels safe, it allows new experiences to enter without resistance. This is how you begin shifting timelines, not through constant doing, but through inner allowing. Let your practice be soft and consistent, a few minutes in the morning or right before sleep. Choose a quiet space, close the eyes if it feels right, and allow a scene to rise naturally. You don't have to force it. Even if only one word or one color appears, that's enough. Whisper to yourself, I allow my vision to unfold gently. That simple sentence gives permission for the image to come from within, not from the outside world's expectations. For example, if what you wish to feel is freedom, let that word rest in your mind. Say, I am open to feeling free. Then notice, where does the body loosen? Maybe in the chest, maybe in the jaw. That physical response is your doorway. Step through it with breath. Let yourself rest there, as though basking in sunlight. That's visualization, not chasing, but resting in the energy of what you welcome. There's no need to focus on how something will arrive. That is not your work. Your work is to feel the feeling and let life handle the unfolding. Worry interrupts the process. Trust allows it to flow. Speak gently now. I release the need to control the path. I allow myself to feel good now. These words may sound simple, but their energy is deep. They signal to your whole system that safety and joy are not just allowed, but welcomed. If it's difficult to hold a picture clearly, don't worry. Return to the body, feel the breath. Use simple words like, I am willing, I am ready. Repeat them with presence, not rush. These statements open the inner door, and once it opens, your natural guidance knows the way. Try adding movement if it helps. A hand on the heart, a soft sway from side to side. Sometimes the body speaks before the mind can catch up. Let it lead. Let the rhythm of your breath guide the pace. One breath in, one breath out. You are anchoring a new experience, not just imagining it, but inviting it into form. End each session with a phrase that brings you peace. Something like, I have seen what is possible. I trust it is already becoming real. This closure seals the energy and lets your deeper mind carry it forward while you move into your day. You may not see a change right away. That's all right. Seeds take time. What matters is that you've planted something different, something brighter, something kinder. And that seed is already reaching toward the light. Let us talk about the words we speak to ourselves and how they shape the very world we live in. Affirmations are more than positive thinking. They are declarations, not to convince, but to awaken. When you say an affirmation, you are not trying to force belief. You are opening a path for it to gently arrive. A true affirmation is simple, clear, and kind. It speaks in the now. I am, I allow, I welcome. These are powerful beginnings because they tell the mind, this is happening. Not in some distant future, but now. And the mind responds. It listens. It begins to rearrange the patterns you've lived by. Begin with where you are. If saying, I love myself feels too far, then say, I am learning to love myself. That small shift turns pressure into permission, and permission invites healing. Affirmations are not about pretending you don't feel pain. They are about offering a new thought that helps the pain soften, a bridge, not a bypass. When you combine affirmations with visualization, their power deepens. As you speak, let your body feel the words. Say, I am open to joy, and then feel what changes. Perhaps the shoulders drop or a small smile appears. These are signs that your affirmation is reaching deep. When you say, abundance flows to me with ease, let your hands open slightly, palms up. That gesture tells the body, I am ready to receive. Here are a few affirmations you might try. Let each one rest in your heart before you move to the next. I trust the unfolding of my life. I am safe to choose a better thought. Peace begins with me. I allow joy to find me today. My path is guided by love. Speak them aloud if you can. Whisper them softly if you prefer. Write them down and place them somewhere you'll see each day. What matters is not the volume or form, but the sincerity. A single honest affirmation, repeated with presence, can change the course of a day. And when days change, lives shift. You don't have to say many, just one or two that feel nourishing, like warm tea in cool hands. Let your affirmation become a companion throughout the day. When doubt arises, answer it with your chosen truth. When fear knocks, let your affirmation greet it at the door. And when your mind tells you it's not working, be gentle, smile, and say, even now, I am growing. That sentence alone can bring tears of release because it honors the quiet work happening beneath the surface. Affirmations are not magic spells, they are invitations, and each time you repeat them, you are affirming your worth. You are affirming your right to joy, to healing, to change. Before bed, speak one last affirmation. I rest knowing that life loves me. Let that line be your lullaby. Your body will carry it into sleep, and your dreams will begin to echo its truth. And now it is time to bring the vision and the word together in a sacred way, through a practice that weaves them into the breath. A soft, quiet moment where you meet your higher self. A space where nothing needs fixing, only allowing. Find a comfortable seat. Let the hands rest gently in your lap. Close the eyes if that feels safe. And begin to notice the breath. Inhale softly through the nose. Exhale slowly through the mouth. With each breath, the body settles, the mind opens, the heart listens. Begin with an affirmation, I am safe here. Feel the breath respond. Say it again with kindness. I am safe here. With each breath, imagine the body softening, shoulders melt, jaw loosens, hips relax into the seat. Now bring in a vision, gentle and brief. See yourself walking in peace, maybe along a quiet path or standing still in sunlight. Let the image arise slowly. There is no rush. Feel what it's like to be that version of you, peaceful, confident, kind. Now pair the vision with an affirmation. As you see this image, speak softly. I am becoming the peace I seek. I am choosing joy right now. My body welcomes this new path. Let each phrase move with the breath. Inhale, affirmation. Exhale, release. If the mind wanders, that's all right. Simply return. Each return is a loving act, a quiet yes to your own presence. Let's stay here for a few breaths. Inhale, I allow. Exhale, I release. Inhale, I trust. Exhale, I soften. Inhale, I rise. Exhale, I rest. Feel the energy building, not frantic or loud, but calm and sure, like a river moving under moonlight. You are aligning, not striving. You are returning, not forcing. When you're ready, slowly open the eyes. Let the light return gently. Stretch the fingers, move the shoulders, come back to the room, but carry the feeling with you. This calm, this vision, this truth, it is not left behind. It moves with you now in your breath, in your step, in your gaze. You have just shifted something. You have chosen a higher thought, a kinder word, a softer breath. That is enough. That is powerful. That is how you rise. Let us talk gently now about the beauty of mirror work, a simple, heartfelt practice that brings us back home to ourselves. So often we look into mirrors and see only flaws, judgments, or the roles we believe we must play. But the mirror can become a sacred space, a space where you meet yourself with kindness, where you return your own gaze and say, you are worthy of love exactly as you are. This isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about creating a quiet moment each day to truly see yourself, not just your reflection, but your spirit, your light, the part of you that has always been whole. When you stand before a mirror and offer gentle words, you begin to rebuild the relationship you have with yourself. And that relationship is the foundation of all healing. Begin simply. Stand or sit before the mirror. Place a hand over your heart. Breathe softly and just look. You don't need to say anything yet. Just look into your own eyes. Allow whatever feelings arise to be okay. If tears come, let them. If resistance comes, welcome it too. This is not a test. It's a homecoming. When you're ready, speak a soft affirmation, one that feels gentle and true. I am here for you. You are doing the best you can. I love you, and I'm learning to love you more each day. At first, these words may feel unfamiliar or even uncomfortable. That's all right. Let them grow roots. Speak them daily. The discomfort is simply old pain loosening its grip. With each repetition, the soil softens, the heart opens, the inner child begins to trust. You can do this morning or evening. Even just 1 minute makes a difference. What matters most is consistency. The mirror becomes a friend, not a judge. It reflects not only your face, but your faith. Faith in your worth, faith in your growth. You may begin to notice shifts, a gentler voice in your mind, a deeper breath in challenging moments, a soft smile before you start the day. These are signs that love is taking root. that you are remembering who you really are. And if ever the voice of doubt returns, as it sometimes will, meet it in the mirror. Look into your eyes and say, "Even this I can love." Let that sentence be a balm. Let it meet your pain with compassion, because true self-love does not wait for perfection. It loves in progress. It loves through the cracks. Each time you look into your own eyes and offer kindness, you are affirming a higher truth, a truth that says, "I am lovable, I am growing, I am whole." That truth, spoken often enough, begins to shape your life in beautiful ways. Let's rest here now and move into another gentle practice: gratitude. Gratitude is the light that brings clarity to our lives. It shifts the focus from what is missing to what is already here. It brings us back to the abundance that flows through even the smallest things. Gratitude is not about pretending everything is wonderful. It is about finding a doorway of light even in difficult moments. It is saying, "Yes, this may be hard, and yet there is something here I can appreciate." That appreciation becomes the spark that calls in more ease, more joy, more flow. One of the simplest ways to build this energy is through a nightly gratitude practice. Before bed, sit quietly with a notebook or place a hand on your heart. Ask yourself gently, "What brought me peace today?" Or "What made me smile, even for a second?" Write down 3 small joys. They could be a warm drink, a kind word, the way the light came through the window. Nothing is too small. Gratitude grows when it is acknowledged. Speak a gratitude affirmation as you rest. "Thank you, life, for loving me in so many ways. My heart opens to the beauty of this moment. I am grateful for what I see and what I cannot yet see." When you practice gratitude regularly, your whole body responds. The nervous system relaxes, the breath deepens, the heart softens. Gratitude creates a chemistry of calm. It tells the body, "We are safe, we are nourished," and in that safe space, healing happens faster. You don't need to wait for perfect circumstances to feel thankful. Gratitude is a lens, not a reward. It is a choice, not a reaction. And as you keep choosing it, the world around you begins to reflect that same light. More things arrive to be grateful for. Life mirrors your appreciation with abundance. If ever you feel disconnected, return to this simple phrase: "I am thankful for the gift of now." Let that line become your anchor. Let it bring you back to the richness of this breath, this body, this heartbeat. Gratitude is the energy of enoughness, and when you live from enoughness, you naturally rise into a higher timeline, one built on peace, not pressure, one grounded in appreciation rather than striving. And now let's listen to the body, the wise, gentle vessel that holds all of you. The body carries memory, emotion, and wisdom. It speaks not with words, but with sensation, and it longs to be heard, not judged or fixed, but simply heard. We often look for answers outside of ourselves, but so many of them are already within. The body holds clues. When you listen to it with kindness, you begin to understand what it needs: rest, nourishment, movement, stillness, connection. Each message it sends is an invitation to care. Begin with a simple body scan. Sit or lie down. Close your eyes. Bring your attention to the crown of the head. Move slowly downward. Forehead, eyes, jaw. Notice any tightness, warmth, tingling. Keep going. Neck, shoulders, chest, belly. Pause in places that call for your attention. Breathe gently into them. Say softly, "I am here with you." Continue down. Hips, thighs, knees, calves, feet. Offer each part your awareness. Let them speak in their own way. When you finish, place your hands on your heart and whisper, "Thank you for carrying me." This daily check-in takes only minutes, but its impact is deep. It reconnects you with your body as an ally, no longer something to control or critique, but something to collaborate with. You can also add gentle movement, stretching, walking, dancing. Let movement be an act of self-love, not self-punishment. Move with the intention to feel good, not to fix. Affirm as you move. I honor my body's wisdom. I move with love. My body is my home, and I treat it with care. And when you eat, eat with presence. When you rest, rest without guilt. These small choices whisper to the body, you are valued, you are safe, and the body responds with harmony. The more you listen, the more your body will speak, and what it says will guide you toward deeper balance, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually too. This is how you align with your highest timeline, not by controlling every outcome, but by living in harmony with your whole self. Now take a slow breath in, hold it gently, let it out with ease. Let your shoulders fall, feel your body settle into this moment. You have walked a path of kindness with yourself today, and that is a sacred act. This practice, affirming, visualizing, listening, is not a one-time event. It is a way of being, a rhythm you return to day by day. It is how you say to life, I am ready for more, I am ready for better, I am ready for what is already mine. There is nothing outside of you that you need to chase. Everything begins within, with your thoughts, with your breath, with your gentle willingness to believe that life can get better and that you are worthy of that better. Let your final affirmation for today be this: I trust the rhythm of my life. I walk with love. I speak with kindness. I receive with joy. Hold that truth in your heart. Let it become the song you walk with, and trust that every step you take in love leads you closer to the life that has been waiting for you all along. You are loved, you are healing, you are rising, and you are already on the path. Let it be easy, let it be gentle, let it be now.